Hey guys, welcome to another Hunter video. I'm Untitled Hunter on the Whisperwind server, and what I'm going to do now is just talk about the new expansion for World of Warcraft and also Blizzcon that just passed and all the announcements that they've made. Now there are so much stuff that they've announced and just given to us. It's a lot to take in, and I don't have enough time to talk about all of them, although I would like to. It's just that there's a 10-minute limit on YouTube and I have to make sure I talk within that. So first and foremost, Cataclysm. It's the new expansion to World of Warcraft. Now, for all those people who are saying there was just an expansion this past year, we're not ready for it yet, don't worry, it's going to come in over more than a year from now in 2010. And so by then you're going to be well bored of Wrath of the Lich King, so you'll be welcoming that with open arms. Now, if you haven't seen the trailer for that, I have a link on my website, so go to the link in the sidebar or www.tribunalxhunter.com. Cataclysm will change all of Azeroth so that everything is changed, and we can fly in Azeroth now, which I think is great. I love the lore aspect of it, where Deathwing comes back and it just destroys Azeroth. Although I'm gotta see how Blizzard does this, but it seems like Stormwind and Orgrimmar might be destroyed. I would hate to lose those cities because they're so beautifully made, and I'm just so used to them. But also, WoW needs a revamp, a change. The graphic engine is over 5 years old, and it was great then. It's still okay now, but compared to some of the newer games, it just doesn't compare. Also, the level cap is going to be raised to 85, and so I'm a fan of leveling to a certain degree, and so I'll be excited for that. There are a lot of other changes as well, and I'm going to talk about them. But first, a few things that are not within the expansion. Looking for group servers that are cross servers. So you can, let's say you're in Whisperwind, you can look for someone in Bloodscalp, which I find awesome because now you can have, so many more people, possibly hundreds of people in one looking for group, and so you don't have to wait an hour to find a DPS or a healer when you're looking for a group. Onyxia is gonna get a revamp so that she's gonna be a level 80 raid. I can't wait for that. That's gonna be very soon, if my information is correct. Guild leveling in the expansion. I love this. I love how they're changing this so that you feel like you're more a part of the guild. When you get your guild experience, they could put in points, and these points can do things such as revive an entire raid, summon an entire raid, transfer amounts of money or gold directly into the guild bank. I find great. You can buy things like mounts, profession, plans, banners, potions, and a whole bunch of stuff, and it's only for this one guild. Awesome change. I can't wait for this. A few other MMOs do this, and I always like that, this community that it creates with this system, and I'm glad that WoW has finally decided to put this in. The Mastery System and Path of the Titans. These two are, I don't have too much information, I just know that they will focus your character on more what it does. Let's say if you're tanking, you choose this path for the Titans or Mastery System, and you do better tanking or DPS or healing or whatever it is that you want to do. And Mastery System is gonna replace kind of armor penetration, I think, and Path of the Titans is another secondary profession that everyone can take. So excited about those. I can't wait to see what we hear more about them. In terms of hunters, which is probably the most important part, hunter ammos. Ammos are finally gonna change, hopefully into one single item, but other than that, the biggest news, Hunter Mana. Mana is going to go away, and we're going to go into a focus system. Focus is just like a rogue's energy. It'll replenish. We have 100, and every shot takes away focus. And it's kind of like how our pets work. Our pets have focus. And so we'll see how that works, but I'm really excited because I never thought hunters should belong into the mana system because they're not casters. They shouldn't be using mana like mages or warlocks. Now, focus, you're going to be reviving 6 focus a second, 12 focus if you use steady shot. That's great for Beastmasters, anybody? And another great change for Beastmasters, pets. Pets are now going to scale perfectly with the hunter or whatever the master of the pet. So you're going to be able to get things like critical strike rating or attack power or anything else that you have. Your pet will also have things like raid buffs and such. And so this is great. And also another change is that pets no longer will be affected by most AoEs by bosses, which is great for a lot of hunters who can't avoid certain AoEs that bosses do. And especially for Beastmasters, your pet dies, most of your DPS gone. Now in terms of stats, things like armor penetration or haste rating, attack power, spell power, defense cap, defense points, block rating, they're all gone. They're going to be homogenized into agility, strength, or intellect, which I think is very, very good. A lot of things like armor penetration, it doesn't make sense. And so with this change, it means that we're able to just simplify a few more things, and you could just gear a lot better too. Haste rating now no longer increases how fast you shoot for a hunter. It now changes how fast your focus replenishes, and so that means that the more haste you have, the more talent or skills you have to play with, and so it's going to be a very, very important stat for a hunter within the new expansion. Gathering skills, you're going to be able to track 2 at once if you have mining and herbing. Awesome change, small but very useful and much needed. Reforging is something kind of like gemming or enchanting, where you could say, I take my gun here, I could take away 15 stamina and put it into agility. And so what that means with the new changes is that with 50 more agility, I have 30 more attack power. So every agility I get 2 attack power, and so that also goes onto my pet, and everything is good. Everything is good. Love it. New races. Now, with the new races, there's 2 new races, Worgen and Goblin. And for the Worgen, I think Ghostcrawler said it best.
Worgen have no racials at all, but you get to be a Worgen, which is good enough.
But in all seriousness, Worgens, it's going to be on the Alliance side, and Alliance, how cool is a Worgen? And for the Horde, who can't get Worgen, ha, sucker, because it's going to be called World of Warcraft, stealing from one of the Blizzcon panels, and it's going to be true. Everybody and their mothers and dogs are going to roll Worgen because they are just absolutely awesome. Now let me just talk about some of the racial stats they have. Viciousness, they're going to do more damage, 1% more damage to everybody. Dark Flight, they're going to be able to run 70% faster for 10 seconds and with a 3-minute cooldown. So great for PvP, great for PvE, great for everything. Aberration decreases the duration of curses and diseases by 15 seconds or 15%. Flare, you can get more skills in skinning. You could skin faster, and you don't need a knife because you can use your claw to skin. That's very cool. Now for Goblins. Horde finally has someone who's small, like Alliance has for gnomes. So ha 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 ha. But other than that, Goblins have great ratios. The best one, best deals anywhere, where they're able to receive faction discounts no matter what their reputation is. So that means starting from level 1 up to level 85, you're going to be able to save a lot of money. So much money, you're going to be able to buy so much more. It's just mind-blowing how much money you'll save. Pack Hobgoblin, where you're going to call a servant to allow you to access the bank. Better Living Through Chemistry, where you're able to increase alchemy and also get more health or mana out of mana or health pots that you create. Rocket Barrage and Rocket Jump. Barrage fires rockets to do damage with a 2-minute cooldown. Rocket jumps you forward so that you could, let's say, it's a disengage but forward, and also on the same cooldown as the barrage. And Time is Money, which increases attack and casting speed by 1%. And now, knowing this, I really hope that the ratios of the original races are gonna have to increase because ours kind of suck in comparison to the 2 new races. Also, some other things, because intellect is gone or not useful for hunters anymore, does that mean hunters can now roll on leather? Because that's what it seems like. Now, this is all the time I have to talk about it. If you want to see some of the BlizzCon panels, I'll have link to that on my website, link to the sidebar also. And also, there's a whole bunch of other videos I'll link to the sidebar, and also the Worgen transformation, which I find extremely cool. So you have to check that out if you have not seen that already. There's also a raid panel and profession panel, so I'll have all that linked in my website. And if you want to go to my website, www.tribunalxhunter.com, or link to the sidebar. And so that's all the time I have. Thank you very much for watching, and take care. Till next time.